What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Tower of God New World video. Okay, guys, tier list. We're gonna do an update here. The reason why we're gonna do an update is because we've got some more information now, and I'm feeling a lot more comfortable actually putting a lot more of my own input because I've had a chance to test Terrorizer's account plus my account with all the units. So we're gonna do this a little more free-to-play friendly. Okay, with whales and dolphins, like for example, Terrorizer, his account is technically a whale account. He spent about $1,000. This is going to look a little more different for him, but not too different, right? While we're still going to focus on mid game. So this is going to be going to, let's say, beginning to 16-4, which is when the two teams start. And we're going to still include two teams here as part of the equation of how we're going to judge this, okay? So first I want to do a couple changes. So I think it's fair to say now with free to play and how far we've gotten into the game that many people now have enough dupes for their characters to consider them really good. Now, I will say this right away. Hats has easily now become probably an SS character for carry for free to play, especially. Easily pushing people to 16 as the main DPS and then being still the main DPS on main team. So I think Hats with enough dupes, and we're going to put dupes into consideration here, just like that last time. It's still worthwhile to note that Hat is still going to be one of your top DPSs. Wang Nanzhao will stay here. His mobility is not as good. He does have a revive, obviously, but I don't think he's better than Hats. I think it's been pretty obvious to say that Hats is the best yellow unit in the game. And then with free to play, especially, Evan Kale did take me really far on my free to play personally, but I think she does deserve to get dropped down at least one notch here, only because she is a lot more squishy then I would like her to be at the top end of the echelon, like stage 15 and 16s. She becomes a lot easier to kill, even in the back row, because she does run up. As a mage, you'd hope that she'd be a little bit more of a range unit, but because she does run up a lot more often and can get one shot once in a while, it does cause a bit of an issue. That is a hard. I'm still going to keep here. The only reason why, guys, I know a lot of people are like, he deserves to be SS. You're not wrong. He's very close to it. The only issue with him is I have to compare him with the other stall tank, which is going to be Datamashni, and they don't she's better, right? And the reason why she's better, she does more damage overall. He does have a longer stall than her, but if she can evade being an assassin, and she has a lot more swiftness, and her damage is actually better overall. So, and her immortality actually lasts a while, so it's not like her immortality happens and she can't even heal. She can even heal with Evan's like a rejuvenation, restoration, and still come back fighting and do quite a bit of damage. So I think this here will stay the same. Evan Kale moving down one. Everything else here looks pretty good, I would say. I know there was a lot of people who were not happy with the placement specifically for. Okay, I'm going to talk about this one, I think, because it needs to be brought up. Okay, so I know there's a lot of people who were like, Karaka deserves to be SS, and he deserves to be or S plus. There is definitely an argument for S plus. I can totally see that, so I'm gonna toss him up one notch up here. I think he deserves the S plus nod for sure, because he's still a stellar tank. He has great taunt abilities. He has incredible AOE damage. He just isn't as tanky as some of the stall tanks. Even being an actual tank, he does die quicker sometimes, depending on the team he's with and also the matchup that he's going against. So I find him to be less useful than the stall tanks themselves. So I think I will put him up one level for sure, but I don't think he deserves the SS nod that a lot of the people were talking about. So I'm okay with it, because in the last video that I did this, it was still something I was debating upon, but I think he deserves the S plus nod for sure. So we'll put him there for that, okay? Now, everyone else pretty much is okay. Prince, I probably put A. Lurker Kim, I'm going to probably put B. This one's a tough one. And the reason why I say this is I've tried Misang's kit on Terrorizer's account. I actually enjoy it a bit, but I think she's a B. Yuri, I think, can get an A. I'll push her up one, because when you get enough dupes of her, she actually ends up being pretty good. Still a little too squishy, so we'll toss her up a level, but I think this here is going to pretty much round out how the tier list is going to look. Now, the newest character right here, Hwaryun, is going to be, I'm going to say, almost not a must-have, but she brings so much to the fold. Okay, and I want to put a lot of focus on here. I'm very much debating on putting her in S plus. I was even thinking of SS, to be honest with you, because how amazing she is. the barrier, the weak point, the increase in crit, the increase in attack, the increase in swiftness, the debuffing on the opponent, the everyone attacking the weak point opponent. It's just she brings so much as a support, giving you a DPS, a sub DPS, as well as a full support unit that can pretty much do it all except for healing. It's just I feel like she deserves SS. I really do. I really do. But I'm having a hard time giving her that because of, you know what? I almost want to give her SS. I think it's fair to say this, and I think I've mentioned a few points of why. Now, putting her in content and watching her flourish has been great. So she has done well, and she has done incredibly actually in mock battles, both the research lab mock battle as well as the regular mock battle. She's done incredibly well in the alliance boss, keeping everybody alive who's close to her. She's punished opponents that are green. Anyone who's ranged with high attack, like Ren, for example, or Rin, sorry, gets one shot because of the weak point and the path that she carves where everyone attacks it. The barrier is immaculate for keeping people alive, like hats especially. The extra bonus in crit, the extra bonus in attack, the extra bonus in swiftness. Like, what does she not do besides heal, right? So it'd be kind of weird for me to say she doesn't deserve the SS nod because I still find her more valuable. Actually, no. So this is the problem, right? I love Bomb, and I believe Bomb is S plus worthy for sure. Is she more important than Bomb? That's the question, right? Because Evan provides energy, healing, immortality. One thing that he's missing really is the attack buff bonuses that she provides. So they complement each other so well. So you know what, guys? To be fair, I think for free to play, she may be an S plus. I think that's fair. Again, there's a very big argument here that can put her at the level of SS. Excuse me, top tier as well. But for now, I think S plus is viable, especially for up to mid game. All right, and it's like she'll push your account on pretty much every front and help you damage. Now there are issues though with her as a character as well, right? Because sometimes what she'll do is the weak point target is all the way in the back. Sometimes she'll jump into the back and not provide anybody a barrier, and she can get one shot up there as well too. So it's not like she's immune to all damage or she has immortality or anything like that. So those key features, once she's gone from the battle, those buffs are gone as well. So that kind of causes the problem, right? So I think S plus I think it's fair. I think she and Bomb complement teams really, really well, and maybe Evan is still one tier above them. And I think that's probably the smartest way to look at this. I think going to SS might be a little too much. So let's go with S plus. I think this rounds out everything fairly well here. I'm pretty confident with this tier list. I'm very happy with this tier list. You guys let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Please don't, remember, this is an opinionated thing of units that I've used and how I've used them and where I've used them. This is going up to 16-4, by the way, just so you guys are aware. From 16-4, you need 2 teams, and these units here can still make up 2 teams very, very well. And remember, Viol and Shia are coming out as well, too. So that's going to probably alter this tier list a little bit, or at least place them in places where you can put them in your mid-game as well. I don't know anybody in my personal friend circle that's at 20 plus, so I can't give you end game yet, but I know there are people obviously that have got to 24/7 and completed it, and they are like, they spent 50 to 60 to 70 to $80,000 on this game. So unless you have a friend like that, I can't really give you anything for end game tier list, but this is comfortably can say this is good for I'd say up to 16-4 and probably to 17, I'd say. But remember, some of these things are based on dupes, etc., right? So for example, hats, when you get, like, you can't get to 16-4 using hats without his dupes. Like, it's so that's a silly thing to even say. So you guys already know these units are all going to require dupes to where they are. So let's just assume you guys have the dupes for these units. Then I'd say this is still very comfortable here. Yuri might still be arguably an S, but I think A is really good for her because she becomes very squishy eventually. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.